theater is an escape. And what I love about theater, it gives you an opportunity to be anything you want to be.
Minstrel shows were a variety of acts performed to stereotypically downgrade the African American culture. You may find this hysterically funny, or you may read this as an extremely disgraceful to blacks and disrespectful, just as the blacks did. However, what the whites did not know is that by trying to be comedic, all they were doing was shining a bright light in a dangerously dark space. This gave black artists the drive and ambition to showcase their theatrical side and educate those who didn't know the real struggles and truth behind their black culture. The Lincoln Motion Picture Company was one of the first Negro-organized filmmaking companies with an all-black cast. Brothers Noble and George Johnson founded the Lincoln Motion Picture Company May 24, 1915 in Omaha, Nebraska. They later transferred to Los Angeles, California, where it was incorporated. Being performers of an all-black cast, their motive and reasoning was to showcase black pride and erase stereotypes that white people imagined about them. Realization of a Negro's Ambition was the first all-African-American film they released. It was really risky but a huge opportunity for colored people to speak their mind and allow the community to see their real identity.
We wanted to do something to bring about a statement and to tell a story about some of the human tragedy of racism and the human tragedy of inequity and disenfranchisement among African Americans in America. So we formed, we had two theaters. We had a junior theater, which my mother, she initiated, but we also started the Afro Academy of Dramatic Arts, which was the first black theater here in Omaha that was very prolific.
The Afro Academy of Dramatic Arts was a program that developed a black cultural arts center for Omaha. They taught African Americans music, dance, art, theater, and creative writing as a way to nurture a sense of pride within the African American community of Omaha. This was to show Omaha a more honest black identity and allow African Americans to define themselves.
We wanted to make a statement. Entertain, of course, but entertainment is a byproduct of enlightenment. We think of, and most of our audience were enlightened with a new sense of identity, a new sense of purpose, a new sense of culture identity, and a new understanding and appreciation of cross-cultural knowledge, which I'm talking about the whites that didn't know anything about African Americans.
Center Stage was a non-profit facility connected with the Omaha's Housing Authority, located in South Omaha in the LaFern Williams Recreational Center on 30th and R. It was started by Bill Davis and Belinda Acosta in October of 1980. Their dream was to present contemporary plays about problems that any audience could instantly relate to.
I went to the Center Stage and did some acting there, and we had a director there named Bill Davis at the time who would take traditional musicals and cast them as black. So I was in Hello, Dolly. I played Molly Malloy in Hello, Dolly. We did West Side Story. So instead of it being Hispanics against white, it was blacks against white. And instead of being Consuelo, I was Foxy. Yeah, I know, that's pretty funny. And then I went from there, and I went to the Playhouse. I played Evita I played Eva Perón in Evita. And just, thing after thing. So, the thing I guess that got me started, which maybe was your question, was just that inner desire to overcome that prejudice and that stereotype that people try to throw at you and put you in this box. Because if you are doing dramatic arts or music, it should transcend all stereotypes.
They hit instant success when they performed Ain't Misbehaving. This cast was made up of Bobby Anderson, Jay Bates, Cheryl Hill, Jonathan Wilson, Kathy Tyree, and was directed by Bill Davis. The cast performed this so well that they went to Alaska to perform for the National Fest of American Community Theaters. Here they won first place for the best overall show along with Bill Davis winning the Best Director award. Then they went to Toyama, Japan to perform for the International Theater Festival, where they were a smash hit and won the gold. I got the lucky chance to interview Kathy Tyree, one of the actresses in Ain't Misbehaving. I asked her, what was it like to go to Alaska? She responded with, since I was the youngest of the troupe, she was 17 at the time, it was a life-changing experience. I then asked, were you ever treated poorly for being an African-American woman in the show business? She stated, no, I haven't ever been treated poorly. Sure, I have had a few scrapes and cuts, but nothing got too out of hand.
At High School at the time, and this was before busing, there were 3 black kids in the entire school. And here I was interested in music and drama. And I was involved in every musical and every play my entire career at Burke. But when I got to be a senior, and I was also, I would say, one of the more accomplished vocalists. When I got to be a senior, we were doing Guys and Dolls. And so I auditioned for the Sarah, I think was the lead role. And I didn't get it. In fact, I got a speaking role. So I was a little bit, I was quite disturbed by that. But my drama teacher came to me and she said, I want you to know that the music director told me that he was not going to allow any black girl to kiss a white boy on his stage. And that's why you're not playing Sarah. So that was an eye-opener for me. It was, wow. It is difficult being black in the theater world, but it's also kind of cool because you stand out. You go to an audition, right, and there's 100 girls who are blonde, blue eyes, all, but I come in with natural hair. I'm curvy. I have big eyes, I got hips. I look different. And they expect something else. They expect me to come in there and sing, riffing and doing all this stuff, and I can do it, but I like to sing opera and classical music, so they don't expect that from me. It is tricky, but it's going to make you upset sometimes. All you do is you dust it off, and it's just another opportunity for you to prove yourself to them. You already know who you are. You know what I mean? It's just like, well, I know this is what you think I am, but let me show you. You have to sometimes show people over and over, and you have to work harder than anybody else. You know what I mean? It is associated with the Rose Theater, and it's primarily a portion of our Teens in Theater program that we have at the Rose. And it came out of a group that actually we helped to organize, Ujima, which was a touring teen group of young African American students. And after that disbanded, the Rose wanted to keep it going, so they offered the Young Gifted and Black program. And it's a way for students to learn about the African American experience.
I believe that art and drama gives such an enormous opportunity for you to expand and develop an appreciation of yourself, to learn and know yourself and know others.